Hey, my name is Logan Strong with CTF Strong Talks Football. Today I wanted to give you guys a list of my 10 current favorite athletes right now. So basically I'm just giving you a list of my 10 favorite athletes that are currently playing their sports right now. So no retired athletes, no Drew Brees, no Buster Posey, anything like that. Just 10 athletes that are still currently doing their sport. Also, one more warning, expect me to be biased. It's my list of my 10 favorite athletes. I'm going to have some athletes that are on my favorite teams, so if you don't like that, then I guess this is not the video for you. But let's not waste any more time. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos whenever I post. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, before we get into the top 10, I wanted to give an honorable mention to somebody that is really starting to become very close to being in my top 10. He's just not quite there yet, but it is Travis Hunter. This guy's just electric, man. I've always been a fan of watching him in college, and especially I can't wait to watch him in the NFL, playing both wide receiver and corner and just being one of the best at it. And not only is he an electric player, he's just a really good dude. He's just always really nice to his fans. He's a really funny dude. He has a great personality. He's always smiling, never talking shit on social media. He's just a really good dude, and I just hope he has the best success in Jacksonville. I can't wait to watch this dude. I love Travis Hunter. Alright, now we are into the top 10 list. The very first athlete we've got here is Jameis Winston. Now, I know he's not one of the best athletes by any means. He's not really that good of a quarterback, but I've just always had a soft spot for Jameis Winston. I've always loved him. And nothing's really changed either. I've loved him as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I've loved him as a Saint especially. I loved him as a Cleveland Brown, and I think he's still going to be likable as a New York Giant. Like, I've always liked the dude. Like, remember how unlikable that Cleveland Browns team was when they had Deshaun Watson and even P.J. Walker or whoever the hell that other QB was they were starting? But as soon as Jameis Winston was starting, that made that team so much more likable just because of how fun he is to watch, whether he is not doing well or he actually is doing well. And then also is his personality. Like, he just brings so much positive energy wherever he goes. He might not be the best player in the league, but one thing he is one of the best at, and is probably rivaling someone else that's also on my list, is his humor. This guy's absolutely hilarious, dude. Always putting smiles on other people's faces. He's got that infamous W pose he always does, like infamously in this photo right here. He's just always putting a smile on people's faces. He's just such a good dude. So yeah, he might not be the best athlete in the league, but he's always got a great personality. He's always positive, and whenever he's doing well, you're always going to cheer for him. I wish him the best of luck in New York, and I hope he does well. I love Jameis Winston, and I hope he just keeps finding success. Next on the list, we're going to baseball. We've got Freddie Freeman. I absolutely despise the team that he's on, but that doesn't mean I hate the player himself. He's always been a good dude, and he's always been one of my favorite MLB players. He's always been an electric player, one of the better hitters in the league, and he's always having a smile doing it. Always really good to his fans, especially the kids. You should see the videos on social media where he walks around with his kids and he actually goes up to random kids like during like Halloween and stuff asking for pictures. Like, he's such a good dude. He's very kind to his fans. Plus, he's just a big family man. He's just like, his love for baseball is very strong, but when it comes to anything, like, his family comes first. By the way, his wife is a smoke show, but that's beside the point. He's a big family man. I might hate the team that he's on, and I hate how the Dodgers won the World Series last year, but he is one of those players that I did cheer for when he got his ring and the World Series MVP. He absolutely deserves it. I love Freddie Freeman. He's at number 9. Up next at number 8, we've got George Kittle. I don't think there's a certain person out there that hates or dislikes George Kittle. If you say you do, then you're lying. This guy's just electric. Like, he's basically Jameis Winston, but he's actually elite at what he does. He's, in my opinion, the best tight end in the football. One of the best blocking tight ends in football and also receiving. He also just signed like a big extension to San Francisco, so that's another thing I liked about him. Like, he's very loyal to his team. Like, and I think he's going to be there for the long run. I think he's retiring as a Niner. And also, just like Jameis Winston, just like I said, he's an absolute joy to be around. Absolutely hilarious guy. Really fun with the cameramen whenever they pan the camera to him during games. He's always been really fun with his teammates, his fans. And also, again, very big family man. Like, if you see right here, smoke show wife, just like Freddie Freeman. But he's a big family man. Like, he absolutely loves his family and friends, and I love it. I just have a hard time believing that there's people out there that dislike George Kittle. Like, I just don't think there's a single one. Actually, though, if you don't really know much about George Kittle, I actually recommend you watching the show Receiver on Netflix. It's basically showing like George Kittle's life and also like the behind the scenes of him playing in the NFL. I recommend you watching it. It will make you love George Kittle even more or make you like actually really like George Kittle. I recommend watching it. But yeah, George Kittle, one of my favorite athletes in the world, like can't deny it. Up next, we've got Aaron Judge. Just like Freddie Freeman, I hate the team that he's on, but I've always had a ton of respect for this dude. This guy is just the definition of don't say anything on social media or anything. Just stay away from the media, and whenever he plays, he just dominates. That's all it is. Like, he just doesn't get in trouble, doesn't like talk shit on social media. He doesn't talk shit to his teammates. He doesn't do any of that. All he does is just enjoy his life off of baseball, and whenever he's on that field, he dominates every single game. And plus, he came from where I lived, basically. He lived like 45 minutes away from where I live. He actually went to Linden High School. Like, so just, I've always cheered him on even through that, just being a local dude. And I've just always had the respect for him every single time. I might not like the Yankees, but I got a ton of respect for Aaron Judge, and I just hope he gets a ring, and he is one of my favorite players in the MLB and in the world. Alright, next we're actually hopping into WWE. This one might get some boos, but Roman Reigns. I'm saying that this might get some boos just because whenever somebody names their like favorite wrestler, it tends to not be Roman most of the time, but for me, even when he was brand new, even when he was in the Shield, I've always been a fan of this dude. Like, he's always been electric. Like, he's always been one of my favorite wrestlers in the ring, also outside of the ring, even though at the start wasn't the best, but he definitely got a lot better and became one of the best wrestlers of all time. Like, seriously, like, look at this photograph. Like, how did he go from this to this? Like, it's incredible. Like, his in-ring work went from a B+ to an A+. His promo work went from a D to an honestly a B+ to an A-. Like, over time he just gets better and better, and it's just super fun to watch him. And then also outside of work, he's just a really good dude. Big family man, huge family man. I gotta mention that. And then also just really good to his fans, and he's just a really fun dude to be around. Like, if you just look outside the box of his tribal chief character, you will see a very humble dude. And also, this might cause for debate. I think Roman has the best spear in WWE history. That might get me canceled, but I'm sticking my word on that. But yeah, Roman Reigns, my favorite wrestler in the company right now, and one of my favorite athletes in the world. Next on the list, we've got Josh Allen. He is without a doubt my favorite quarterback in the league right now, just because of how dominant he is, without even having to talk shit on the internet at all. And also just where he came from. Like, you really have to just look at his backstory. Like, he really didn't do jack shit in high school. He really wasn't all that great in college. And then he got pretty highly drafted in the first round. People hated it. Really didn't start too well in the NFL his first 2 years. And then he just got the right coaching, and his game just got boosted way higher than we ever would have thought. And throughout all of that, wouldn't you think that he'd just become this douchey asshole? No, he's just been really humble throughout the whole process, and now we're just enjoying his presence. Like, he's just been one of the best players and one of the most humble players in the league. I've always respected this man just because he basically represents an example saying, just because you weren't the greatest when you start doesn't mean you can't end on a great note. That's basically what he represents, not doing the greatest in high school or college, but now we know him as one of the best NFL QBs in the league that finally won an MVP, and now we're just waiting for him to win his first Super Bowl, and I'm really pushing him to. I absolutely love Josh Allen, and I just can't wait to watch him win a Super Bowl. It will just be a great storybook ending, and now we're just waiting for it. He is one of my favorite athletes of all time at this point. Up next, we're going back onto basketball now. We've got De'Aaron Fox. This son of a bitch. I'm just joking because he's just always been like one of the better players I've watched ever since I've gotten back in the NBA. And he's been on my favorite team, the Kings, for a while now, basically his entire career. And then after, like, during this last year, he moves on to the San Antonio Spurs. Oh, that still hurts. But it doesn't matter. Whatever team he's on, he's always been a great dude. He's always been one of the better players in the league, and he's always been one of the most fun players to watch. Never says or does anything wrong outside of basketball or on social media. Always plays his game at a high level, loves his friends and family, loves his fans, and almost a loyal Kings player. Like, I respect the hell out of him, even though he just basically left our team. I would love to see him come back in the future, but just for now, I just gotta cheer him on while he's on a different team. I wish all the best to De'Aaron Fox, and he'll always be one of my favorite athletes. Up next on the list, we've got Derrick Henry. This guy's just a beast, dude. Like, he's just the definition of one of the strongest players in the league as a running back, dude. Like, you just gotta look up on YouTube, like, most gruesome stiff arms by Derrick Henry. Like, you'll have a fun time. Was absolutely dominant on the Titans. One of the best Titan players we'll ever watch. Still in Baltimore now, playing extremely well in Baltimore. Honestly, I think he's 32. He's still performing at a high level at the age he is. That's incredible. And plus, he's just a really good dude. Like, with how much success this guy has had and how dominant he is, you would think he would just be this, like, douchebag. But no, he's just always been a really good dude, always has a smile on his face, and he just loves the game he plays. Like, he's just dominant. Love and respect the hell out of this dude. Whenever the Ravens are playing, I always look forward to watching this guy. And I hope I pick him in fantasy again, because I picked him one year and he was absolutely dominant for me. Helped me win a fantasy championship. Hopefully we can win another one. So let's just hope for the best. Derrick Henry, love this dude. One of my favorite players of all time. Alright, next we're starting to get into bias picks now. We got the San Francisco Giants. We got Jung-Hoo Lee. I'm not going to lie. I'm still trying to get to know him as a person, like outside of the baseball sport. But when you watch him play, like, you already know why he has such a big fan base. Like, this dude is just so fun to watch. And plus, just him being on the San Francisco Giants, finally being healthy, knock on wood. But yeah, he's just really fun to watch, dude. And he just elevates our team super high. Like, he's just one of the main reasons why we have 25 wins right now. Like, he's just one of the best players in the league. Like, yeah, I said it. I even went on my way to watch his highlights from Korea. Like, and it just makes even more sense of why we picked him up. The dude's just an athletic freak, a great player, great hitter, really good center fielder, and he is one of the faster players in the league. Like, we already knew that while him playing on the Giants, but watching him in Korea just makes a lot more sense. Absolutely love the guy. I can't wait to watch more of him. Jung-Hoo Lee is one of my favorite players right now. And finally, I think I saved the best for last. This is my favorite athlete in the world right now, and that man is Taysom Hill. If you would have asked me what my favorite Saints player was, even when Drew Brees was playing actively, it would be a war between him and Taysom Hill. I would probably pick Taysom Hill. I always loved Taysom Hill. He's just always electric, dude. Like, he always plays with a smile on his face. He's super fun to watch, and he just can play everything. He can play quarterback, he can play running back, he can play receiver, he can play tight end. Hell, he sometimes plays defense on the freaking special teams. Like, he's incredible. And he plays most of those positions at a high level, dude. This guy is basically like the soul of our team. Without him, we're screwed. But when he is on the field with us, we will, like, keep up with most of the teams we play. I absolutely adore Taysom Hill. I hope he just continues to be a Saint for the rest of his career. I would be devastated if he left. I absolutely love Taysom Hill. He is my favorite athlete in the world right now. And there you guys have it. That was a list of my top 10 favorite athletes in the world right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below who your favorite current athlete is right now. I would love to know. Maybe in the future I'll make a top 10 favorite athletes of all time video. I'll definitely make my top 10 least favorite tomorrow. I'll plan on doing that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Anyways, that's where I'm going to be done for the day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on notification bells to miss any of my videos whenever I post. I'm Logan Sharon. I'll see you next time.